I just wanted to share some of my experiences with the energetic changes I've been going through. For me, the change has been mostly visual, not as much body feeling, but I have those too, but more when I'm having extrasensory perception. That's when I'll have more of the body feeling experiences than when I'm having visual experiences with just the visual faculties instead of the third eye. The visual phenomena started about a year ago. I've been fascinated by rocks and gemstones, and one day I was at the rock shop and I picked up this rock. Actually, I have it over here, and it was just like picking up a piece of me as like a long lost piece of me, and it looks kind of like a face on one part of it. But anyways, and I had it in my rock collection, and one day I was sitting there just trying to be present. I'm not really meditating. I'm not as good at meditating as I am being present, just in the now, without having the preconceived idea that I'm meditating. It's just a little bit easier for me to be in the present if I'm not thinking that I'm meditating. So anyways, I'm sitting there and just kind of staring off into space, and I look at this rock, and I see these little red numbers and letters going by on it. And I'm like, what is that? Is that like a trick of my eyes? What's going on? I didn't know. Like, it felt something that was ever present, and it still is ever present to me, really. And I really haven't had it explained to me. I've asked numerous people, psychics and wise people, and nobody's ever been able to explain it to me. So if anybody else out there has experienced the little red letter ticker, let me know, because I'd be interested to hear your description of it and your experiences with that. I've kind of decided that the red letter phenomena is kind of the matrix showing itself to me as a visual phenomena, and to say that, hey, this is a construct of your greater consciousness and the I am. So just be aware, right? Building on that, several months later, I began to see like an emanation. I call it an emanation because it's like coming at me a little bit, but it's also expanding out, and like a swirling pool of water, just like somebody's continually dropping a pebble in a puddle over and over and over again. It's always there, right there. These phenomena will usually be in the very central part of my vision, and mostly when I'm not thinking, which is, for me is more and more lately, and it's really a great thing. Anyways, that's my favorite of all the visions because it's been so present in the last 6 months. I see a lot more stuff when I sit outside. Usually it's a little bit easier when it's sunny, but I can't look directly at the sun and see all kinds of visual phenomena, which will also include these little flickering, they look like bugs, like little fireflies, but they're always in a little pattern, an energy pattern, flying by, and they're another of the ever-present things, to where if I looked at it at a different time of day, I would probably see the exact same pattern, the exact same bug-looking little lights flying around. It's not random. It's all. You can see the pattern. It's just far too complicated to describe, really, or, reconstruct. Good luck with that. Also, with sitting outside, it's really better with the background being sky. Clouds work too, but better for blue sky. I'll also see an emanation from me. The other one was out and a little bit towards me. This one is from me, and it's like a swirling vortex of energy. If you've seen Star Wars, when they're going through hyperspace, they're going past light speed. Well, they're flying through this vortex, and there's all the it's streaming by on the sides. Well, it looks pretty close to that, except that it's going away from me. Usually easier to see with only one eye open at the very central of the vision. This one is only when I am at my most connected and feeling like one with the universe. I perceive it as kind of being my aura, but when I'm at that state of connectedness, it's not really my individual aura. It's more like the aura of everything. If that makes sense, I don't know if any of this makes sense to anybody really. But anyways, that's another one of the good ones for the outside phenomena. The latest one is it's just a fuzz. Reality is a little bit fuzzed. Not to be confused with being intoxicated or anything like that. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. So you can rule that out of all this actually. I feel like if I did those things, I might have less of this available to me. So I don't. Because I like seeing these things and I like experiencing vast strangeness and wonderful experiences. But the latest one is a fuzz, and it looks like reality is filled with light to where there's more space between all the atoms and all the little parts and pieces that aren't atoms, that are smaller than atoms, that there's more able to come through to where reality looks lighter. This happens a lot when I wake up. I'll feel like I was in a really high vibration before I woke up, and that when I settle into waking reality, I'm lowering the vibration a bit, and I'm having to adjust to that, and the physical representation of that is fading from light to less light and more matter, and less light and more matter, until everything appears to be matter for the most part. Okay, those are some of my experiences. Let me know what you guys think. Namaste.